And what makes this even cooler this year is the fact that Grossmont grad Joe Musgrove, the local kid through the first ever no-hitter in club history, will be on the mound on opening day.
Yeah, so a little bit of an overcast start to Labor Day weekend here, and also mild when it comes to the crowds.
The school just let out here at 3:30 for Hoover High, and students tell me the past week has been miserable.
It's the issue that confronts many of us every single day, especially here in downtown San Diego.
Compañeras, ¿cómo están? Los saludo con muchísimo gusto aquí en el Rady Chill.
Graduate students at San Diego State University are using this, a 40-inch telescope up here at Mount Laguna Observatory.
I would like to bring you into the courtroom to give you a little more color into what the atmosphere was like, and like you just heard.
Today's hearing was short and sweet. The man was in custody and he will stay in custody.
Many seats at theaters have been empty during the pandemic. Some theaters have recovered, while others like Onstage Playhouse are looking for new methods of attracting business. Those methods include switching to a donation-based payment system and also adding more inclusive shows.
Yeah, this is ballot processing headquarters, and several of those people we talked to today say they feel safer putting their ballots directly in the hands of the registrar.
You've probably seen murals of Padres players like Manny Machado, Joe Musgrove, and Fernando Tatis Jr. around town. They're being created by a group of artists called Ground Floor Murals.
Those same artists just made a new mural in honor of the late Padres owner, Peter Seidler, who died earlier this week. NBC7 photojournalist Elroy Spatcher caught up with one of them.
I've always loved art my whole life. My name is Paul Jimenez, and I'm an artist. I used to doodle on my homework and doodle on notepads at work, but I never really took it seriously until I met my partner, Sina. During COVID, we both lost our jobs. I was a server and she was a barista. In the same week, we both lost our jobs. And then we just kind of had nothing to do, so we just started drawing every day. I always wanted to try spray paint, so I ordered a box of spray paint and I took it to my mother's backyard, and I painted a rooster, and I fell in love with it immediately. And I said, Sina, you got to get involved. So she started doing it as well. And then we got our first paid gig at my aunt's backyard. It was like $300, and at the time I was like, oh my God, we're making money with art. So during the pandemic, it was pretty tense. We noticed a lot of tension within our community, and it wasn't sitting right with us. And we knew what a mural could do just by doing some animals in an alleyway. So I thought, you know, we need to paint somebody to remind San Diego what we're about, to remind San Diego what we are for. So I painted Tony Gwynn in City Heights. So the feedback we got for painting Tony Gwynn was unlike anything we'd ever experienced before. But a couple months later, the Padres hit us up to paint officially for them. Joe Musgrove had thrown his no-hitter. So when that happened, we went right to Grossmont High School. Within 48 hours of him throwing that pitch, the mural was completed. And that's when we also learned that, okay, we can really tell stories with painting. We can really depict and show pride for our city with our painting, and that was a big one for us. So our original initiative was to start with Tatis in Ocean Beach. Then we went to Chula Vista and painted Manny Machado on 3rd Avenue. And then we went to Convoy to paint Yu Darvish. And then we painted Hoffman all the way in Encinitas. So 2 days ago, I was at home getting ready to go to work to paint on something. And I got the news that he had passed. It really shook me because what he meant to the city was just so massive. But once we got the news, I knew I had to change the course of my day just to honor my day to him. Just like Tony Gwynn, I feel like he brought a sense of pride to the community of San Diego. It finally felt like somebody was looking after us. It finally felt like somebody was advocating for us. And you can tell with the fans, you can tell with even our supporters, like they were in love with this man. It's a lot of responsibility, and I take it pretty seriously. So when this happened, I knew that we had to paint right away. So they say that people may not remember what you say, but they remember how you make them feel. And this mural just makes me feel, in a somber way, very proud, very, very proud of this city.
I would love to first welcome our new members. Can you raise your hand? 1, 2. So your name and age, and how did you hear about the 40 Plus Double Dutch Club?
My name's Ray Mida. I'm just turned 41.
So the 40 Plus Double Dutch Club is just for women over 40, where they can come and not have to worry about kids, husbands, spouses, or whatever the case may be, and just bring back the old memories. Hi, my name is Citra Shields. I am the captain of the 40 Plus Double Dutch Club, San Diego. So some of the things that we do here, of course we double Dutch. We play African hopscotch, we hula hoop, we line dance, we just have fellowships.
I'm here because jumping for me is like movement to my soul. Woo! And every time I get here, it's almost like the Energizer Bunny. I cannot stop. I love jumping. My name is Rosa Barr Williams, and I'm 49 years old. DC! Actually, I've been jumping since I was about 11. Some of us didn't even have this growing up, you know, and so it's some people's first time out here jumping.
And then when it's time to go into these groups or certain groups, they see that everyone is not experienced. They're like, oh, okay, she's learning. Once we're introduced them to double dutching and they see that they can do it and they can jump, I think that's what makes me happy. Let's go!
You know, the women here are great, they're amazing, just women from all walks of life, just ready to play and have fun and, you know, just really ready to connect in a sisterhood.
Okay, you still going like this?
My name is Regina Dixon Reeves. I'm 61 years old.
Feel it, yes!
So I've been with this group since the very beginning. I came to the first meetup. I remember jumping and doing hula hoop and playing hopscotch as a kid, and it was just a fun activity.
Yeah!
And I wanted to meet people, I wanted to get some exercise, and it just looked like it would be fun.
And I think it's the energy that we all bring to each other is so positive. We want to see everybody succeed. So we're just cheering on everybody. You know, you can do it, sis. We got you. You know, and it's that camaraderie that I love.
Yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step, slide.
This group gives us an opportunity to just kind of connect together. And then after we connect, we get to take this off of the court.
A little bit.
Everybody's here for a common goal, just to have fun. That's all we're trying to do.
My biggest takeaway is saying, I'm doing God's work. Because it's not me, it's God.
The views can inspire you.
It's like slacklining, but with improvised chain.
Or walk that fine line between being homeless and living on the road.
I'm stoked about living out of my car.
Adriana Peters is an international yoga instructor who just turned over her Ocean Beach apartment lease to live inside her SUV.
They might think that living out of your car means that you're homeless or don't have money, but my bank account is looking good right now.
Her CRV lifestyle gives her freedom.
And it affords me the opportunity to have everything that I need with me.
Arizona hotshot firefighter Jesse Tennant spends 6 months of his year waking up to these flames. When he isn't there, he's living in his camper truck here.
Oh yeah, as soon as I'm checked out, dude, all I do is just travel and surf.
Hey, Mr. Mayor, guess what? We all like to live here too. And just because you have a house around here doesn't mean it's only for you.
The problem, neighbors say, this is not a campground.
It's like insane. I mean, look around here. You can't even park here because of all the people.
Peter Jensen is one of many neighbors who want the roads cleared for hourly visitors, not overnighters.
We see people out here in $100,000 camper vans. You know, these new Mercedes-Benz things.
Peter wants the city to put up road vehicle restrictions.
We're paying registration fees, we're paying taxes to be on the road, and that the road is for everyone.
Adriana and the others may soon have to drive their van life down a new road.
This place is for everyone, not just you.
Meet Mahir Konkapaka.
Konkapaka. Konkapaka. Konkapaka.
An 8th grader at Mesa Verde Middle School with a love for words.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow.
He's one of about 100 San Diego County middle schoolers ready to show off their
EXCEPTIONALLY exceptionally
advanced vocabularies at the 2024 San Diego County Regional Spelling Bee. But this isn't Mihir's first go at the title. He won in 2022.
So I thought it would be like a good idea just to see how I do, see how far I get.
And in 2023, he won again with the word
Exaflation, spelled EXSUFFLATION, exaflation.
Meaning the act of forcefully breathing out. The regional spelling bee is open to San Diego County students in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade in a public or private school with a combined enrollment of 30 or more kids. And so kids aren't left in the dark, the organization gives out a study list of about 4,000 words to schools who enroll.
Virga, V-I-R-G-A.
Mihir says he goes beyond the list because knowing the root of a word makes it easier to spell it.
Let's say I have arachnophobia. Arachno means spider and phobia means fear. So even without knowing that arachnophobia means fear of spiders, with the knowledge of root words, I can figure that out.
But there are some words that Mihir says makes his palms a little sweaty. Like this one. I'll let him pronounce it.
Lake Chargogagog, Manchagagog, Chowbanagungamog. CHARGOGGAGOGGMANCHAUBUNAGUNGAMAUGG.
The winner of the regional bee will earn a spot at the National Spelling Bee in Washington, D.C.
I feel very nervous, but I also feel confident, where I've put in a lot of time and effort and I've practiced a lot.
Mihir is hoping that spot will be his as he gets ready for high school.
So yeah, all my friends are really supportive and my family is supportive. And even just like the staff at school, you know, they're cheering me on.
At Mesa Verde, Shelley Leggett.
Leggett. Leggett. Leggett.
NBC7.
Shelley really put him to work. I love him. That was so awesome.
911 emergency.
Answering 22,000 calls per month.
We're on our way now.
These Oceanside dispatchers help save people's lives.
Oh, yeah.
Oceanside Community Service Officer Forrest Baxter knows that all too well. He was there as 911 operator Brett Ann Gregory saved a coworker's life 5 years ago at the police station.
She, starts doing the Heimlich.
That man,
I'm thinking I'm dying, I need some help,
was none other than Baxter himself. He was choking on a cucumber. These are pictures of Brett with Forrest in March of 2013, receiving an award from the chief for saving Forrest's life.
I believe this with all my heart. She was putting my life because she was my angel. She was my protector.
Unfortunately, no one able to protect Brett from this fiery crash around 7 Saturday night on State Route 78 near Borrego Springs Road. The 53-year-old mother of two had just left work. Investigators say she died when an oncoming pickup truck drifted across the lanes, hitting her head on.
Why? Why couldn't he have been on his side of the road? It's that simple.
Oceanside Police, this is Brett.
Brett's final dispatch call at Oceanside PD was Saturday night.
Does anybody appear under the influence of any drugs or alcohol?
Her Christmas stocking and flowers part of an office memorial. Her boss and coworkers remembering the grace with which she engaged the public.
Talk about passion for the job and the passion to be able to help somebody. That's her.
We've all heard about that other observatory, but did you know about this one? At 6,100 feet, local astronomers are using this, a 1-meter telescope at Mount Laguna Observatory.
You don't really get to do this every day, so.
For the average person, sure.
Even as an astronomer.
For Nicia and her fellow graduate students, Zoe and Katan, in this astronomical techniques course, they're operating this telescope remotely and miles away in their SDSU classroom.
Yeah, it's really cool stuff.
Even cooler, and for some complicated, is how they're using it.
They're measuring what's called the Hubble constant. This is a measure of the expansion rate of the universe.
No easy task, but one that Professor Robert Quimby says can help answer this question. How was the universe formed?
We're doing that by observing supernovae, which is a type 1A supernovae.
So they're looking at exploding stars.
The type of supernova we're looking at today are actually thermonuclear explosions of white dwarf stars.
So small you can't see it without this telescope. And once they do find them, it probably looks something like this.
Okay.
From there, it's the brightness that they look at to see how far away these are, which tells an even bigger story.
We live in an expanding universe. So stars in our own galaxy, we're all kind of in one little package. But if you go to another galaxy, it turns out most other galaxies are actually moving away from us due to the expansion of our universe.
While it's practice now,
and that gives us some indication of what the age of the universe is.
these students could soon be answering the most fundamental question.
We have to understand where we were and how we got from there to here.
From Mount Laguna Observatory.
There's no more interesting thing to be doing, honestly.
Brooke Martell, NBC7.
Who needs Netflix?
Travel at the San Diego International Airport is starting to pick up. Thousands of people getting a head start on those holiday travel plans. But even before you get to your gate, you'll make your way through some construction and traffic at Terminal 1, and you might run into Kyle Velovich.
Yeah, there's a roadway here. There's some construction, but there's a pedestrian pathway that will take you under this bridge.
Taking more than 30,000 steps a day, he's on the front lines, making sure traffic on the ground runs smooth.
We like to be that calming sense when the drivers get here and could be slightly overwhelmed, to help them out, diffuse the situation.
And once you head through the sliding glass doors, the fun begins. We're taking Southwest, the airport's biggest airline.
Just the one bag you're checking in today? Did you want to use this boarding pass, or I can print out a new one for you?
Just like Kyle, Lorena Roman is here to help you get to where you need to go.
I try to make the passengers feel as if they're at home and family.
But don't forget the bags. Roman says during the holiday rush, her team will check more than 10,000 bags a day.
I'm going to add your luggage sticker right here, and you're all set. I enjoy putting a smile on their face once I know that I have helped them the best I could.
And now that you have your ticket and your gate number, you might have some last-minute questions.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How can I help?
These are your San Diego International Airport ambassadors. Alan Vandenhoven is celebrating 9 years as a volunteer.
You start recognizing faces and even some frequent travelers, your partners that you work with. I have some wonderful partners that I work with in the airport.
He says no question is a stupid question, so ask away.
So you can use the city bus, you can use Uber, Lyft, or a cab. What's your preference?
I think I'll take an Uber there.
Uber. Where it says ground transportation?
This space may look a little different from a year ago. You might remember lines and lines of unclaimed baggage because of thousands of flight cancellations around the country. Well, Southwest and terminal leaders say they're doing everything they can to make sure this area stays baggage free.
So last December, there was definitely some, we'll call them hiccups when it comes through traveling through the airport.
On Monday, the U.S. Department of Transportation said it fined Southwest Airlines $140 million for violating consumer protection laws during last year's holiday meltdown. Millions of customers were stranded following severe winter weather. So take a good look. This could be the only time you'll see Maggie Hartnett in person.
If we're doing our job, it's a seamless journey and you don't see us at all. And that's the goal.
She's the customer relations manager for the Terminal Operations Department. So a lot of what she does is behind the scenes.
We learn every day from every passenger interaction as to what's working and what's not working.
Even though she's behind the scenes, she says her favorite part of the job is...
It's the people. I'm fortunate enough where I am not tied to a desk. I get to be out in the terminals. I get to be visiting our information desk, going out. I get to interact with people, and that is by far my favorite part.
From the curb,
and you're going to go to gate number 12.
To your gate. There are a lot of moving parts working together to make sure you get where you want to go this holiday. At the San Diego International Airport, Shelley Leggett, NBC7.
Dr. Manuela Ippolito not only teaches 5th grade at Porter Elementary.
Keep your legs bent.
She also teaches the kids to ride a skateboard.
Go, 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 go. You're good, you're good. This last school year, I started a skate club for the students at Porter Elementary.
Yeah, it's pretty nice to see her do something that other schools probably wouldn't allow.
like, I give a lot of respect to her because it took her a long time to get all that stuff ready.
And then you'll grab me and turn. There it is.
And now that students are back from summer break, Skate Club is back in session in the schoolyard. Dr. Ippolito says it gives the kids confidence not only in their skateboarding, but also in themselves.
You set small goals to achieve, whether it's tic-tacking or an ollie. And once you work hard at it and achieve it, there's nothing like that feeling. And those skills usually never go away.
This is the second school year for the Skate Club. Anyone can join. Some kids have skateboarded for years. Others are complete beginners.
This is the first time that some of them have even been to a skate park. And I brought some of them here a couple times, and they're learning to just go up and down small banks. But yeah, they love it.
My teacher said that she's gonna make a club, and I was like, ooh, maybe I should sign up. Something I could go outside because my mom's been complaining that I've been on my phone too much.
Taking what the kids learn to a skate park is a big step. But even though there are more than 50 skate parks across San Diego, the nearest one for these students to practice what they've learned is more than 2 miles away, almost an hour walk if they can't find a ride. So this summer, the Skate Club members and Dr. Ippolito made signs and held a march pushing to get a new skate park nearby. And Dr. Ippolito met with the district city councilman.
Just trying to get the word out there that we need more skate parks in the area and all over San Diego, really. So there's a piece of land across the street from our school that would be perfect for a little skate park or a skate plaza.
But building a new one can take time. We spoke with skate park designer Canton Russell about what goes into it.
The process to get a skate park can vary in timelines. Some projects we work on can, be expedited and get worked through with a lot of community input and support. But a lot of other projects do take a lot of time, and I think I just encourage everyone who's advocating for a skate park to just realize that you just have to have patience.
He says it's worth the wait, and in the end, bigger than just skateboarding.
They're learning how to do things together with people they may never have been introduced to outside of skateboarding. So yeah, a lot of people are different socioeconomic backgrounds, different color, different cultures. They're all learning more about each other through skateboarding.
That was good. It's why Dr. Ippolito says she will continue to go to city council meetings, contact city leaders, and advocate for that new skate park as she continues to teach her students about the sport she loves.
When I skate, I'm smiling like almost the whole time. It's just a joy that you get, and not to mention the health benefits. And just time outside in the sun.
But what happened? I don't understand why. What happened?
This is Mercedes Durasso, a 75-year-old American citizen who lives in Chula Vista. One by one, she and her family were detained by customs officers with guns drawn. They were on their way home from a funeral in Mexico.
Fue horroroso.
It was horrifying. I said, they're going to kill us here. What did we do? The family says they were taken to a holding tank where they learned officers were looking for a Jorge Gonzalez, which is her son's name. But he was not the person they were looking for.
The Constitution applies to people at the border.
Civil rights lawyer Joseph McMullen says the Supreme Court has broken up your rights at the border into routine and non-routine searches. Answering questions as you cross, that's routine. He says guns drawn is generally not.
There needs to be a reason for it, and that reason is called reasonable suspicion.
We sent CBP specific questions trying to understand that reasonable suspicion. Why were they looking for Jorge Gonzalez? Why did officers draw their weapons? It's been 4 days with no answers. The only thing we've gotten in response? CBP says when encountering travelers with names similar to those flagged in their database, protocol is to escort them to secondary inspection. Mercedes' nephew says he's been to secondary before.
I mean, going to secondary is not no biggie. A lot of people go through that and it's not a problem.
So the issue here isn't that they were taken to secondary. The question is, why was it at gunpoint? Since CBP won't talk to us, we turned to their use of force policy.
Their own manual says, under the Constitution, officers shall only use force that is objectively reasonable, if there's an imminent threat or if someone is resisting arrest, among other factors.
Hands up, hands up, hands up. Walk backwards, walk backwards.
Mercedes says she and her grieving family, with 2 children, including her 9-year-old grandson, posed no threat.
Es que tengo artritis.
I have arthritis and I can't walk backwards very well. But they made me anyway, and then they put my hands behind my back so they could put me in handcuffs.
We also asked CBP if they've opened an investigation into this incident. Again, they still have not responded. But this policy says that any use of force shall be documented and investigated. Shelby Bremer, NBC7.